Yo, what up world? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some free VSTs, just a couple that I find to be pretty useful, and I'm not going to go into like a super in-depth tutorial on how to use each one, but I will be showing you them, showing you what they do, and leaving the download link in the description below in case you want to download these for yourself. So the way I kind of have this set up is that I think I'm just going to show only 5, but they're going to be 5 like really different ones, so it's not just going to be all mixing plugins or all synthesizers and stuff like that. Kind of have like a wide variety of different VSTs because every producer is different, we all have different styles and we all want different things, so I kind of set it up that way. So let's jump into the first one. Okay, so first up is Isotope Vinyl. I'm sure you've seen this plugin before. If you watched any of my videos, you know I use this quite often. Lo-fi is just so popular right now, like just lo-fi beats are just all over the place, and this is a great plugin to achieve that sound, that like low fidelity sound. You have a wide variety of different options, including mechanical noise, dust, scratch, warp depth. You can even change the decade here at the bottom, going all the way back to 1930. So yeah, you can get pretty creative with this VST. It's kind of like an alternative to RC Retro Color, which I believe is like $100 plugin, and this is totally free. So yeah, so let's just give it a listen. I just got a regular grand piano here in Nexus, and I'm just gonna pump up a few different things. I'm gonna leave the scratch alone because I'm not really crazy about that one, and we'll change the decade. We'll go all the way back to 1950, and we'll throw this in the mixer, and let's just give it a listen. So yeah, it definitely has that lo-fi sound, and just to kind of like A and B it, we'll take it out and give it a listen. So this is with no Isotope Vinyl. And we'll put it back in the mixer. So as you can hear, huge difference. So there is one thing I don't like about this plugin, and you probably see me just mess with it, is that the mechanical and electrical noise stay on no matter what. Whether the beat is playing, your track is playing or not, the mechanical and electrical noise will stay on the whole time. So it does get a little annoying. I wish there was a way to kind of only activate that once you press play, but as far as I know, there is not. So that's just something to keep in mind. But like I said, it's a free plugin and it works really well. So yeah, iZotope Vinyl. Okay, so next up is TAPESTOP by DBlue. And what I love about this plugin is it kind of uses the FL Studio skin. It looks like a native plugin, but this is a third-party plugin, and it does one thing and one thing only, and that's tape stops. And how most people use this is like through automation. So we'll just mess with this knob right here. We'll go to Tools, we'll go to Last Tweaked, Create Automation Clip, and we'll just make a tape stop on the last chord here. So just do something like that. Make sure this is all the way down. So the thing with this plugin is you have, depending on how long your tape stop is, you kind of have to mess with the slowdown. This is how fast or how slow you want the actual tape stop to be. So this is, we're using a whole bar here, so I'm gonna guess that we're gonna need it to be pretty slow. So I'm gonna go with like 0.8. And let's just see how this sounds. Cool, so yeah, that worked pretty well. Obviously you can get a lot more creative than that, but that's basically how this plugin works. You just got to figure out how slow you want it, how slow you want the tape stop to be, and then just kind of time it to the music and you're good to go. The declick is just if there's any kind of clicks and pops, you can get rid of it through the declick. I'm pretty sure that's what that does. I don't really mess with it too much. And the trigger is just basically just activating it. And yeah, that's about it. TAPESTOP by D Blue. Okay, so next up is DEXED, and as you can see, it is a synthesizer, and it is a pretty complicated synthesizer. There's a lot going on here, but that means there's a lot you can do. To be honest, this is not something that I use on a regular basis. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I kind of wanted to have a wide variety of different things, a little something for everyone. And I know a lot of people are really into sound design, so I included this free VST in here because this is probably one of the more famous free synthesizers that are out there. And yeah, you can get really in depth with this and go crazy with the sound design. It does have some presets, so we can just take a listen to some of them. So yeah, it sounds pretty decent. If you're not willing to spend the money for like Serum or Silent or Harmer or Massive, you know, there's 100 different synths out there. This is totally free, and if like sound design is your thing, then you would probably love this. So yeah, DEXED. Okay, so next up is Midi Chord Analyzer, and believe it or not, out of all the VSTs on this list, this is probably the one I use the most, and all it does is tell you what chord is being played. So if you're ever in the piano roll and you're just messing around, writing out a chord progression, and you come up with a really nice chord, but you have no idea what it is, all you have to do is take that MIDI, throw it into the Midi Chord Analyzer, and it will tell you what chord it is. So let's try that right now. Let's go into Nexus. We have a grand piano open, and let's just write out a chord. We'll start on an F, we'll go to a G sharp, then to a C, then to a D sharp. So let's play it. Sounds really nice, but what chord is it? Well, we'll just throw it into the Midi Chord Analyzer, and it will tell us that it is an F minor 7. And yeah, great tool. Highly suggest everyone download this one. Really helps with building chords and just to know what you're doing. Yeah, it's just great all around. So yeah, Midi Chord Analyzer. Okay, last but certainly not least is OTT. I know you've seen this before, just a really great multi-band compressor. I believe it's from ABLETON. I think this is like the watered down free version, but still sounds really amazing. You have your depth knob, which is like your wet and dry. Time, which is like attack and release. In gain is the signal going into the compressor. Out gain is the signal going out of the compressor, and it just sounds really good. You have your high, mids, and lows, and different types of compression, like upwards and downwards. I can't go into a whole tutorial about multi-band compression because that would take a really long time, but I just wanted to show you guys this plugin, and we can just do like an A and B. So this is without it. I just got this drum loop. So you definitely heard it slaps a lot harder. I could probably tweak the settings to make it sound a bit better than that, but it just makes everything just slap a lot harder, and I think that's why so many people love this plugin. And yeah, so that's about it. If you guys like this video, definitely consider subscribing. I mostly do like beat making videos, a lot of trap, a lot of R&B, stuff like that. So if you're into that, yeah, definitely subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.